Good morning and how do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Seth Julian. Welcome you to today's morning coffee briefing, and we are going to look at gold. We haven't spoken about this valuable commodity in some time because, frankly, it hasn't done much. This is the decline we saw at the end of Q1 2020 when the plague struck, and it stayed and languished here and did virtually nothing until let's call it the beginning of the war. And so let's take a look on a magnified chart here. This is the decline at the here is April 22. Okay, well, I'm sorry, it's April 20. This is the outbreak of the war, February 23rd, and it is going up, and it's going up steeply. It's approaching its last most recent peak was in March at 2073. It's now 1977. It's above the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and well above the 200-day moving average. Now remember, this is a futures contract, so we have the advantage in futures contract by looking into the future the outlying. This is the current contract. This is the futures contract. So we see that based on what the prices of the futures contracts are, at the end of 22. That futures contract is listing at 2,034. So the indication is, at least by longs in the market, that this is going to go up. And we think it is principally due to inflation, which is starting to gather great deal of steam. The U.S. is going to rapidly raise interest rates. Probably by the end of the year, we'll be looking at 3.5%. The Japanese, well, typically doing everything slow and late. They will have to raise interest rates. The yen-dollar rate is now at 128. So this is the gold chart. It indicates a good, strong rise in the near term. And if we even drill, this is a 4-hour chart. So we can see that it's really got a lot of steam behind it. And it's almost, it's at the last peak where it was August of 20. It's approaching it again. It's above its 20, 50, and 200 day exponential moving average. Force index is on the 4-hour chart largely positive. And what I want to point out to you finally is the last indicator of strength behind this trend: volume. Volume is picking up. Volume is high, and volume is an indicator of sentiment, or what we call momentum. Excuse me. If prices are moving up on increasing volume, there's sentiment behind that, and it's likely to sustain. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to bring today's session to a close. Gold up on inflation